Our reality is largely constructed by our belief systems. So by reality, I mean what we know to be real, what we think is real. Okay, and real about us, what we think is true about us, and what we think is true about the world. Now, our reality may not be exactly true relative to the way things actually are in life. And that's because it's constructed largely of our belief systems. So our belief systems are what we believe to be true. So very similar definition to reality, right? It's what we believe to be true. And we see what we believe to be the truth. Okay, beliefs about ourselves, beliefs about the world. And some of these beliefs are what I call limiting beliefs. Okay, so they're limiting beliefs because we are not truly limited. Limiting beliefs are usually not true, so they're false and they're limiting. They're stories we tell ourselves and about the world and about what's available to us in the world. So the outcome of all this, and the reason that I'm talking about it, is it really affects our life, because it affects the way we see possibilities. It affects the way we see what is available to us in life. So we have these dreams or ideas. If we haven't given up on them, we might need to resurrect them. Usually as we get older, we sometimes just give up on them altogether, sadly. So if we have these dreams or visions or ideas about things we'd like to have in our life, okay, what will often happen is the first thing that happens is we'll bump up against our reality, against our belief system. So I'd like to have this amazing thing, but then our belief systems will say some variation of, that's not possible for you, okay? And therefore we discount it. And we do this unconsciously. We don't even realize we do it. Oh, this would be really cool. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can't have that. So then we just move on and we let go of the opportunity or the possibility that's there in front of us. Or we let go of the dream and we create an intention that's more aligned with our limiting belief systems. We allow ourselves to have things that are contained in our belief systems. We don't allow ourselves to have things that are outside of our belief systems unless we challenge them. And that's what this video is about, is challenging our belief systems to allow us to have more abundance, more love, and more beauty. So the first thing, since these belief systems that construct our reality are unconscious, we have to make them conscious, okay? And if you think about it, they kind of stand out, right? It's like whenever we are limiting ourselves about something, that ought to be suspect. That thought, that belief ought to be suspect, okay? Because the true nature is that we aren't limited, that things in life are available to us. Abundance is our birthright. Love is our birthright. So all these things are available to us. If we are having a thought or belief about something not being possible for us, not being available to us, or that being for other people but not us, people like that. Don't go out with people like me. That may be true, that may not be true. But because it's limiting, you can see it's limiting. It's like that person that I like, I'm assuming, and I'm just saying, she won't want to go out with me because that's my belief. People like that don't like people like me. So then I have to see, normally I just say that and I would just go on my way and I just wouldn't even see that as a possibility. It was a possibility. I unconsciously honored my limiting belief system. That possibility just went off the table and I just went on, not allowing myself to have what could have been a really cool thing. Okay, so what we need to do is when we need to pay attention to whenever we're having a limiting thought or limiting belief. And when we see it, it's just like, oh, people like that don't go out with people like me. Oh, hold on a minute. That seems a little bit limiting. So is that really true? Then we can create an inquiry. That's a lot of what, Byron Katie's work is. She asks, is it true? And this is a perfect time to do a Byron Katie, like, is it true? So, so how do I find out if women like that like guys like me? Okay, if I challenge my limiting belief, what I could do is I could go talk to her, I could ask her out and see. We used to say, let her decide if women like her want to go out with guys like me. Like, let's let her decide that, not let's discount it before it even had a chance. So whenever we see, that's just my silly example. It doesn't have to just be with relationships, it's anything. Like having abundance, having our own business, having our dream, having a cabin on the lake, whatever your dream is the first thing you're gonna bump up against is, oh, that's probably not possible for me. And whenever you hear that limiting belief or that limiting thought, it's like, time out. Whoa, that was a limiting thought. So I'm gonna see if that's really true because my reality and my belief systems are telling me that I can't have that. But they tell me that whenever my dream is outside of what I believe is possible for me. So I'm going to inquire further about this. I'm going to explore this. I'm going to see if having a cabin on the lake is actually possible for me. I'm going to crunch some numbers. I'm going to look at some properties. I'm going to give myself information. Okay? And I'm just going to allow it and see, is it true? And then we may find out that maybe right now it may not be possible, but maybe it will be in the future. But at least we're exploring further. And then each step of the way, as we explore further, the first realtor says, oh, well, all properties on the lake cost at least $500,000, or most of them cost more than that. So then our beliefs are going to go, see, it's not possible for me. So, but time out. Okay, that was one realtor saying that. Okay, and then even, who knows what my financial possibilities are. So it's like, then we have to challenge it again. Oh, is it true? Let's inquire about that. So let's examine this a little more closely. Let's not just believe our limiting belief systems. Let's explore further. Because my thought and belief was limiting, that's like red flag. Okay, so therefore I need to explore. Is it true? Let's challenge that. And then by challenging it, we get out, we go beyond our belief systems. We challenge our belief systems, see them to be the illusions that they are, and then we ultimately disprove them by allowing ourselves to have the person that doesn't go out with me, or the cabin on the lake, or the new business, or the trip to Alaska, or whatever it is. Then that belief system, because we just allowed ourselves to have it, that belief system has to dissolve at that point. It has to fall away because we've proved it to be untrue. We've proved it to be an illusion. That's why I've got Shiva here. Shiva is the destroyer of illusions. In Hinduism, he says Shiva's the destroyer. Well, my teacher used to say, yeah, she's the destroyer. He's the destroyer of illusions. So that's a good thing. It's good. Shiva's a good destroyer, destroyer of things that limit us, a destroyer of limiting belief systems. So that's what we can do. So in order to do this, we have to become conscious. If we're not conscious of our limiting belief systems, we discount them without even realizing it. So we have to start paying attention to the limiting things we tell ourselves, the limiting thoughts, the limiting stories, the limiting excuses, the limiting, oh, that won't work for me. You know, the way we discount things. We have to pay attention to that and say, whoa, whoa, hold on here. Is it true? Let's explore this further. So that is my video for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing week. And as you go through your week, I'd invite you to dream a little bit and then notice when limiting belief systems or fear-based thoughts or whatever, all those things, when they come up, that's a red flag. Okay, so then it's like, let's see if it's true. Let's challenge it. Let's inquire about it. Let's see where that came from. Let's get information. Let's challenge it. Let's go talk to the realtor. Let's ask the person out. Let's start the new business. Let's go to the SBA. Let's challenge it and see if it is really true. Let's explore it, like use the scientific method. Let's do some research and see if it's true. And I will see you in a week.